Good morning, Stewart's Chapel. This is Brother Don Pierson here, and Don Counts, and we're at the Walkers, and we're excited about being here. We appreciate Jeff and Velva allowing us to do this devotion here. Mary Jo is here. She wanted to come and be a witness to make sure that this is really what Don Counts has been doing all the time. No, I'm just joking, but there are some dogs running around, and if you hear some dogs, just do it like you think you're at my house or someplace like that, because that's usually what happens. They'll bark or sound off. This is Thursday's devotion, and we're in James chapter 1, verse 12. This whole section goes from verse 12 through 18, but we're just going to focus in on verse 12 today, primarily because there's certain words or truths right here that I think that is well worth us spending a little bit of time with. So here we go. Blessed is the man. The word blessed can be translated as happy in English. Happy is the man. So why is this man, or why should this man be happy? Blessed is the man, or happy is the man who endures temptation. For when he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to those who love him. Now remember, James' audience is a twofold audience. Both of them are Jewish Christians, Jews who have converted or have recognized Jesus as the Messiah, and they've given their life to following Jesus. There's two groups. There's the groups from the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom that were divided because of captivity, which was sin. And then there's the other group that was scattered over in Acts because they were doing what was right. And they both have created two different theologies about suffering. One is that you suffer because something bad has happened to you, very similar to Job's friends in the book of Job. And the other one is you suffer because you're doing what God desires and you live in a fallen world. The truth is that James comes together to try and to help these Christians know that it can be both. And sometimes they fade over to one another. We've already been looking at the idea of faith and just knowing and knowledge. This word enduring, though, or endurance, is not new to us. The idea of patience in the midst of trial, or enduring trial. But now he moves from that, taking that theme, that idea of endurance, on into temptation. And he says, blessed is the man who endures temptation. Now, if he had stopped there, if he had put a period there, then I might be talking to you about this, or like this. Happy is the man who endures temptation. In other words, he's defeated it. He's conquered it for that moment. You know, that single moment when temptation comes and you feel so good because, man, you didn't fall into sin. You did what was right. Well, if that was a period there, then that would be the lesson. But there's not a period there. He goes on and talks about, for when he has been approved. When he has, that whole idea is the end result. When the end result has happened to that individual, then that individual will receive the crown of life. So when he says, happy is the individual who endures temptation, he's not talking about that moment. He's talking about in his lifetime. And oh my goodness, my friends, that's an entire different story, isn't it? And I can tell you right now, I haven't done real well at that in my life. It is true. There are those moments when I am blessed and happy because I've endured a moment of temptation. But as I look over my life, even my Christian life, it hasn't always been that case. And I bet the same thing is true in your life. There are times that you are where you do endure and temptation doesn't have a victory in your life. And then there are other times when it does. The truth is, as we will go on, God desires for us to be able to be victorious over temptation every time. He gives us what we need, a strength. He's writing to Christians. They have the Spirit of God. They have what they need to be able to endure. And for a mature Christian, I would say that they endured more than less. But that's not always the case with us, is it? I don't know where you are in relationship to enduring temptation, but I encourage you, my friend, keep fighting the fight. Love you.